I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Thicker the pie, thicker the bag. Meet them a buy it, now lacing no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Ryan going underneath. It's Coleman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in his own blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? No legal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Smith. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
52. 35.
On first down, Smith. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 24. Here's Smith. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. The first carry for the rookie, it's Darius Geis. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
But he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Steps away to his left. And I think the ball's out. And that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Space to maneuver at the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Coleman now. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
21.
Now Ryan on second down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's third down.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, it's right there. Check that guy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to be.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
Ready. Gun.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Smith on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Smith on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Smith now after the pick on the last drive. 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Forced out to his left. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the red zone now, Smith. Flush to his right. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Reed. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. He gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing again is Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Alex Smith with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown. I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Yep. Run what you do best. On the gas. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the gun, it's Ryan. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Hey, let's go.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense. And there he was in the slot for the catch. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Going up top. It's caught at the 10. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big-time play there for the Falcons. And even 50 yards. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Freeman. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get them in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. He'll get it up the middle, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. Now he's flushed out left. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they're throwing interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Smith. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Brooks Reed in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
That's how we do it.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A shotgun snap for Smith. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing is Smith. Going for the deep ball. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And this one is incomplete. We have hit halftime. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Flushed out right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reed. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, this is Geis. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch the set. 980. Check 45 to right. Check 45 to right. 15, yeah. Slot.
To throw on second down is Smith. Throw right side, caught by Davis. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Redskins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
12.
Out of the gun, Smith. They'll roll him out right. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And some room to roam now. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back to the air, Ryan after the pick six. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Operating from the gun, Ryan finding room at the 30, and he will find Ridley on the left side. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. This time, Ryan will throw. Able to power through. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. gets a chance to get after the quarterback, it's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, here's Smith. Flush to his right. Complete. Richardson has it. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards on the play.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On first down, Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Robert Alford. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, South! Hey, gun. Hey, wait.
On second down, here's Ryan. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From midfield now, here's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So the first connection there, Ryan to Jones, and certainly a big reason they're losing on the scoreboard.
As they go as a connection, it appears so goes the team, and they need to be on the same page, in sync, and they really wish it could have been earlier in the game. Now they've got some ground to make up.
On first down, Ryan throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. 12 more yards there and another first down.
While sometimes it doesn't appear like much, the out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, he can turn into a big play. But the reason he's able to get it so often is because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now Ryan on second down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hey, Tuesday.
From the gun, Ryan. He can run for it, and he will. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Flex round!
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Well, they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's go!
Now this time he'll look to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. It's the fullback, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Important extra point up and through, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 53 yards. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Smith now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Hey. You got 15. Settle down, huh?
Now it's Smith. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Set. Line 80.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And able to connect with Berrios. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Smith. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brooks Reed in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. One last throw here for Smith. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. But, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Falcons, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.